Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I needed a reason to comb my hair, so I'm here with you guys. I hope everyone's doing well this quarantine season, the artificial lighting, the walls, the same old every day. It's fabulous. It's a great season. It's the kind that you only get to see in a lifetime. So I hope we're all enjoying it. But I just decided it would be a good idea to come on here and do a very, work from home, very casual makeup look. And looking at all the products I have here, they're mostly 90% drugstore. So this one's for all you broke girls out there because I need friends, right? But let's. Oh, another thing. I have not touched these in so long that they started separating. They started missing me. Can you blame them? They were just like, she doesn't care about us. We're just going to be lonely and screw her. So we're going to show my foundation some love and, just start applying it. Maybe using the screen as a mirror is not a good idea. But to start with, this is the Cappucino from the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. And I like that for my hyperpigmentation and stuff. And we are going to keep buffing that out. And I'm going to add a little bit of the ordinary Serum foundation to whatever's left in the back of my hand, because the NYX foundation is a little dark for me, so I don't want that all over my face. But yeah, so comment down below. Let me know what you've been doing this quarantine season and how you've been coping with the boredom. Oh, I am also going to pin my hair up. Don't judge me. This hair has been quite the nightmare. I am so... Okay, I can't say I'm glad or relieved, but I kind of am relieved that I got my hair cut like a month-ish before the quarantine started, because if I had my longer-ish hair now, I would have done something stupid to it, because I have a pair of like really nice scissors for hair, and that would have really given me the privilege to experiment, and I don't deserve that kind of privilege. I'm so grateful I never bought a pair of, I never bought hair clippers, because can you imagine the disaster? Me with tools that could cut my hair at this length. Oh my God. No judgment to anyone who's cut their hair at home, but knowing me, I would have tried something hella extreme and it would have been a terrible idea. Next, we're going to go in with concealer. I'm using the Wet n Wild medium/deep tan. It's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so it's a good highlight shade, and I just like to bring it up to my eyelids. So the funny thing is, I have been working from home since February, so you would think that this quarantine wouldn't be that hard on me. But boy, are you and I all wrong, because it's really weird. It's really weird when you're told that you can't leave, that you're not allowed to leave, and that a bookstore is not open for me to just go pick something up to cure the boredom. That's where things got really scary for me, when I went to the mall to get groceries, because I don't know where else to shop. And I noticed that the bookstore was closed, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do? What are people doing during this time that you can close bookstores? I wish I were living at like my house, my parents' house, because all my books are there. And I'm so jealous that my mom has access to all the books. I haven't seen them in a long time, so I think my babies miss me. But if any of you are reading something right now and think it's really good and want to recommend it, please comment down below, because I'm going to need books to read, movies to watch, everything for when this quarantine ends, because from everything I'm hearing, life is not going to go back to normal, and I'd rather be safe and stay home and read books, because why not, right? It's always a good option. Okay, I forgot to tell you guys what this is. This is the Wet n Wild mattifying powder. It's translucent. It is the shade Matte About You. I've never seen that. Never paid attention to that before this. But, you know, it's just a good powder to throw on, because when you live in the tropics and you don't get to go outside and you're indoors all day, it really doesn't make a difference. But normally it does make a difference. And it's, you know, just to mattify the look and seal it in. Next, let's just powder our eyelids. We're going to go in with eyeshadow. I am taking the Colourpop. I have no clue what this palette is, but it has like really nice neutral shades. And I absolutely love it because it's a very easy palette to work with. It's great to travel with, perfect for everyday wear. I am going to just pick up the brown shade there, which is, let's see, Manhattan Coffee Run, if you want to buy it individually from the Colourpop website or whatever, and apply it to kind of define a crease. Since I have like partially hooded lids, I'm not applying it actually on my crease. I'm applying it slightly higher, just so you know, it kind of widens your eye a little bit. And I'm just using like a blending brush that has more of a flat top and not, no, that was a terrible move. That has more of a flat top and not exactly tapered or dome. I actually have a viewer, and her name is Kira Floyd. Hello. How are you doing today? And I'm gonna do the same on the other eyelid. I love Colourpop eyeshadows. They're like affordable, but also have a lovely pigmentation. And they come in like every possible color that you could imagine. So that's really nice. And make sure these like transition creases, shade, whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is I'm doing, is blended out, because you don't want to look super weird. Now that I mention it, I'm checking. I look all right. Next, we're gonna go in with, not that, this brush. This is a shading brush, and I'm just gonna pick up the pink color in the palette. It's a very, very shimmery color. Moscow Sunrise. It's really pretty though. I love it. It's like, you know, it's very pretty, very pigmented. I just figured we could all use a little bit of color and a little bit of sparkle right now with everything that's happening. Do you see that? Yeah, that's just one swipe with the brush. So I'm gonna just put that all over my lid and repeat that on the other side. So I should explain why I'm here using my webcam for a live session. Within a month, right before the quarantine, like right after I started getting my life together, you know, I got a job and I was trying to adult and all of that. Both my cameras broke. Both my camcorder and my DSLR broke. And I was like, okay, I'll use my phone. And then after I used my phone to film like one video, my phone decided to commit suicide. And then I'm just like, what the hell am I supposed to do now? And then as I was getting ready to get a good phone replacement, right now I'm using like an old, a replacement phone, a backup phone in the house. And as I was getting ready to do that, everything shut down. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, my life is a mess. And this is when the world decides to shut down. And then, as I'm telling you guys the story, it occurred to me that I'm a little bit of a selfish bitch, and I'll shut up now. But yeah, so I was like, it's okay. I don't have to make videos, blah, blah, blah. And then, I'm just using the brown shade for my bottom lash line just to smoke it out a little. But then I realized, why not go live? It's like something I've never really done before. And what better time to do something like that than right now? Because it gives me the chance to practice and learn how much I ramble while I'm trying to learn a lot of other things about myself. Not voluntarily, not at all voluntarily. This whole being isolated and being in quarantine is not fun per se, and I'm not good at it. Next, we're going to use the shade The Hidden Hills from the same Colourpop palette. It's like a champagne-y, shimmery shade, and we're going to put that in our inner corners. And I'm just going to use this smudge brush from the Eco Tools dual-ended brush. Just pick up a little bit and put it on your inner corners. Just to, bring the eyes out a little bit more. But the funny thing is, right before all of these quarantine and all these things started happening, I was really beginning to struggle with even just the notion of working from home, because that's what I was doing. And I was like, I need more human interaction than this. And I was seriously thinking about, finding other hobbies and actually voluntarily going out to interact with people, because apparently human beings need that, and I fall under that category. So I was like, okay, maybe it's time to actually work at being social and find classes or hobbies or stuff to do that will force me to interact with other people and not sit at home and film videos, because that was my primary hobby for a while there. At least for most of this year, that was my only thing that I was doing that wasn't work or school. Oh yeah, I don't get to go to school anymore. Like, I miss classes. I miss just, spending time in a classroom full of people that I have very mixed feelings about, and just learning, being there. I miss learning. I miss like a traditional classroom setting, but I miss being around people too. I think that's what it is. Oh, the what's this word? Mascara that I just used is the Liquid Lash Extensions by Thrive Cosmetics. The jury is still out on this one. I don't know how I feel about it. It looks good sometimes, and then sometimes it just doesn't work for me. And I'm like, bro, get your act together. Stop acting like a boy I like. That got a little too real. But what are we doing next? Ooh, eyebrows. Okay. But yeah, it's funny how I miss, the things that I kind of used to complain about or not particularly enjoy or not really want to do. Where was I? Focusing on my brows, part of which I have lost. So I'm just using the CoverGirl CoverGirl Easy Breezy Brow in the color 115 Deep. So that's good. It's not a black, it's like a deep brown. So that's really nice. Following that, we are going to go in with highlight and then contour and blush and, well, all those things. There it is. Okay, you really cannot see it. There's just weird light on me from here, so. I'm using the NYX Strobe of Genius. Oh my god, this thing is ancient, but I love it, so who cares? It's a very cool tone, iridescent sort of highlight. If you put it, you know, more than I do, at least. Just gonna blend it out. But yeah, it's weird just not being able to go out. Not so much the not having reason to go out, because, you know, we all know we have not always had a reason to go out, or not a good reason to go out. But no, we just cannot go out of our houses. And funny thing is, if you have to go out, then you're not exactly going out for the best reasons. You're either making poor, terrible choices, or you are an essential worker, which is terrifying in today's times. It's nice to have a job and all, but being exposed and being at risk constantly is not a good feeling. I'm going to go, actually, I'm going to do this with a brush. Do I want to do this? I'm doing it with a brush. I'm using Found, a hue stick by Livetinted. I literally could not think of the term for a while there. I love all of them for like various reasons. Maybe Perk is my least favorite, but I'm using Found as a blush right now. And it's a pretty color. Like, I honestly would not know how to describe it, but it's a pretty neutral color that I love as everything, as a lip color, as a blush, as an eyeshadow. It apparently works as a color corrector for some people, and I'm like, I'm not one of those people. Origin is like my best, but, you know, or Rise even works really well for me. The thing about blush is you want to make sure it's blended out, because, or else you'll just look like a clown that a lot of people are terrified of. So there's that. Once you're done with that, I strongly recommend contouring, because you have befriended your fridge just as I have. So you need it, I guess. Okay, that brings me to another point. I made a self-deprecating joke there, and, you know, we all do it. That's fine. But the rise of fat shaming during this time of a global crisis is unbelievable. I can't be the only one that has seen all the, you know, what your girlfriend's going to look like after quarantine memes everywhere. And I think that we as humans, we as society, do not have our priorities straight, and that baffles me. Because who cares if you gain a few pounds? Who cares if, I mean, if you care, you shouldn't be in a relationship with that person. But it's like, okay, I'm contouring my nose apparently, so let's go with it. But it's like it's the sheer numbers, the scary thing. It's weird. It's very hard to contour your jawline with headphones in. I mean, I make self-deprecating jokes about my weight a lot, I guess, but I still don't think that anyone else should be allowed to make those jokes about me. I mean, I'm allowed to do it because it's my body, but no one else should even think it's remotely okay to say anything about my weight, right? Like, it's a personal thing, and making jokes about it at large is kind of repulsive, and the focus on the potential weight gain in a time like this, it's, I mean, a lot of people stress eat. Okay, maybe I'm just saying a lot of people to defend myself, but it's a normal thing. Or like your body. I'm gonna put on lipstick. I'll be back. But oh, I forgot to tell you guys what I was using as a contour. I'm using the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation in Dark Neutral by Urban Decay. I bought this in Nordstrom a long time ago, so I don't know if these things are available, but since my foundation was so lightweight and not super high coverage, I like using a powder foundation or something like that, just, intensify things a little. But, oh, and my lip. I outlined my lips with NYX Liquid Suede in Vintage. It's a fun shade. It's a good nude. But as I was saying, yeah, a lot of people stress eat, and when something this scary and large happens, I feel like all our brains are like in shock, and they're like, how do I survive? And the primal side of the human brain only knows how to eat food, store food, and find a way to sustain itself for longer than it can foresee. So people overeating is just a method, a way to cope with something this large and this scary. So I don't understand how it's okay to make fun of something like that. Also, I'm gonna go in with Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick in Babe Alert. It's a very pretty nude pink shade, but on me, if I put this on alone, it'd be very chalky. I know that looks like a mess right now, but we'll get there. See, I figured with all the shimmer in the eye and the glowy cheeks with the cream blush and the stick highlighter, we need a matte lip moment. That's just how we have to do it. So I have completed my, what I think is a fun work from home look, because if you're in one of those Zoom calls where you look like the Brady Bunch, was that the comparison someone made on the internet? I'm not sure. I've never seen the Brady Bunch, so I wouldn't want to go out making wrong references here. But, if you want to be the cute one that pops with sparkly eyeshadow, go for it. Don't let anyone tell you that you're supposed to dress a certain way or act a certain way. You're dealing with a freaking global pandemic right now, and you deserve to feel good. Actually, you know what? I wanted to apologize for sounding cheesy, but at this point, I don't care. Just do what makes you feel best. I mean, within reason, obviously the rationale of finances and stuff, but do what makes you feel best. Talk to the people that make you feel good, and don't force yourself to grow or, make use of this time and accomplish things. If that is what you want to do, go for it, but don't force yourself to do anything that you don't want to do, because surviving this is a struggle on its own, and I hope we all do. And I don't want that to just be wishful thinking. Like, I really hope. I'm gonna stop looking very ridiculous now, but I really hope a lot of us survive this and everything works, and everyone is blessed with intelligent, smart, capable leaders that actually work towards improving people's lives and making things better and making the most informed choices. But this was my quarantine diaries part 1. Be sure to expect more because I think this was fun. And if you like it, do comment down below. Let me know what you think and let me know what you want me to talk about, because I would rather make content about things that people care about than me just rambling here about COVID-19, international pandemic, and being depressed, lonely, and stuck in an apartment all by myself. But you know what? I have sunlight coming in. Like, that's better than what I assume that some people have to go through. So till I see you guys in my next video, goodbye.